MHA chapter 429. Page 1 begins with the narrator narrating a mysterious character. He says that when they discovered that his quirk was a mutation, all of his family members started treating him very nicely. Soon afterwards, they locked him in an underground room in their house. His mouth was tied up and he kept locked in there. And he was kept locked in there. Scared, he cried nonstop. One day, some years later, his family started shouting, "This country is doomed." Threw him some bread and then ate and never showed up again. Cut to Uraraka. She remembers Toga's final last words. Uraraka tells herself that she's only alive thanks to Himiko's death and starts to cry. She starts to cry, but Deku arrives. Uraraka tries to hide her tears and covers up, asking how he got there. And Deku says he used one for all. So Izuku, the goat. So basically, let's see. Deku says that this is a place where they had a special talk and that he thought Ochako would be there. Ochako says that she didn't want to be seen, but Deku says she was acting weird and that since the exam, she has always prioritized others and herself. As she says this, Deku starts to cry. Uraraka says she always saved Deku, like the Black Whip during the Dark Hero arc. You're my hero, so I don't want to rely on your strength forever. So W panel right here. W pun with the title name. Someone's hands can put your heart at ease. Did you know that Deku offers his hands to Ochako to hold? Ochako holds Deku's hand and starts crying even harder. Himiko died because of me. If I hadn't been stabbed. Dang. His quirk allowed her to give blood to anyone. Couldn't she have been found sooner? If I'd known her when we were children, would things have been different? Deku says that he's been thinking the same thing about Tenko. The consequences of this war will be different compared to the previous, and All For One warned him that this is a thorny path. But he's sure that if they keep reaching out, even when it's none of their business one day, the rest of the class then arrives, saying that they're worried about Ochako. Suyu hugs her, and Bakugo asks if the embers are still there, since they used one for all. Deku says they are there, and the rest of the students. Wait, they are. And the rest of the students say, don't tell them about the embers to begin with. Deku narrates, One for All was completed through the heroism of many people. Now, if we can still create something better, we see that one of the UA students has been replaced by one of Momona's, and he's bragged about it. Then we see Eri singing at Aoyama's farewell party. Cut to an AM telling Hawks that he wants to expand the Billboard charts because several people who aren't heroes helped them in the war. They're thinking of creating a new title for the different forms of industrialized heroes and reflect on the how they can be many greatest heroes. What? Okay, this translation's weird. Cut to the mysterious character looking at the people around him and wondering why only he has to suffer. A black liquid starts to come out of his fingers, but the old lady from Tenko's flashback says, Sonny, and holds his hand. Ooh. What? The lady thinks to herself that she doesn't know if the boy was saved by the heroes or often loses sleep over it. She also says that even after Izuku Midoriya did that day, everything felt like they needed to do something. Wait, so is this Shigaraki? It's fine now because Grandma's here. The boy looks at the old lady and starts to cry. Deku and Uraraka were watching from a distance and they smile at the old lady reaches the boy. The chapter ends with a quote from Hawk saying, A society where heroes have too much time to spare. Yo, that's cool. That's dope.